Listen, whoever I am talking to today, somebody, some people got way too comfortable with you. They got too comfortable with the fact that you were allowing them access to you. They got too comfortable with the fact that you kept showing up and saying yes. They got too comfortable with the fact that you were okay with showing them love. You was showing them attention. You was giving them your time and your energy. They got too comfortable with, the shady comments and acting like you didn't hear it. They got extremely too comfortable with you. They started treating you as if you were common when you are a rare gem, sweetheart. They got too comfortable with you and they started to think they knew you. They didn't realize there was another version to you. They didn't realize there was another layer to you. They were so busy thinking that they already had you figured out. And they got so comfortable with you and you had to show them, wait, when you made that left and turned that corner, that's where you had me messed up. Some of you had to walk away, and those that left you, listen, sweetheart, you didn't even try to chase. You said, cool, you don't want to be with me? I'm good. Cool, you don't want to show me that same attention? I'm good. They got way too comfortable with who they thought you were. And now God is revealing a whole new version of you. Now God is showing them who you are and who you are not. And can I tell you, some of these people got their mouth open and their eyes are crossed because they never seen this version of you. There's another layer being revealed not only to these people, but also to you. Sometimes God will allow us to be connected to people and he don't let them see who we truly are. They only see the surface of who we are and they get upset with just that little bit of glimpse of who you are. Can you imagine if they really knew your greatness, if they really knew how you was coming, if they really experienced your love for real, for real? These individuals sometimes, y'all, and I'm going to keep it 100, they don't deserve to be connected to you. At least not in that particular season. And God had to disconnect you. Some of them may have walked away from you. But again, you didn't chase, you didn't try to reconcile, you didn't do any of that. It's now time for these people to step up to the plate. It's now time for them to show you how they feel. If they want to rock with you, if they want to be your friend, if they want to be your lover, if they want to have access to you, they got to show you. You've done all of that now. You put your cards on the table. It's time for them to put theirs on the table. It's time for them to meet your energy. It's time for them to show you something different. But I'm telling you right now, there's another layer of you, a new version of you that's being revealed. And these same individuals who thought they had you figured out, they shocked. You got them shook. Because they never thought you would draw back. They never thought you would tell them no. They never thought that you would disconnect from the friendship, the relationship, the situationship, the job. They never thought you would do that. But it's a whole new sheriff in town, sweetheart, and that is you. That is you. They got too comfortable. So y'all, let's get into the core of this message. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to the Walk Heavy channel. Over here is all gas, no brakes. We're putting our foot on the enemy's neck and we're not letting up. Those of you that are returning, thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all already know I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for continuing to show love, for your comments, your PayPals, your super thanks, your Cash Apps, all of that, y'all. I appreciate that so much, y'all. Please know I love each and every single one of y'all so much. Thank y'all for continuing to just love on me. Again, as I give it to y'all, y'all give it right back to me. And I want y'all to know I receive it and I appreciate it. So y'all, those of you that are new, we are reading from some index cards that I read on before I get online, and I just allow the spirit to speak to me and through me regarding your situation. And I'm telling you on today, somebody got way too comfortable with who they thought you were. Way too comfortable. So let's start with the first one, Job 8:7. Your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be. This is talking about you. It says your beginnings will seem humble, so prosperous will your future be. Listen, sweetheart, your humble beginnings, somebody wrote you off before you can even get started. Your humble beginnings, you sleeping in your car, you being in a homeless shelter, you trying to figure out where your next meal come, you not really knowing, keep it 100, who you quite are yet. All of us were in darkness at some time. You not knowing that, some people wrote you off prematurely. Those were your humble beginnings. And even now, if you're in that situation, these are your humble beginnings. But it says, so prosperous will your future be. So if anybody can't rock with you when you down and out, they sure can't rock with you when you start winning. When you start elevating. And let me tell you something about these people. Before you even get the tangible things, just your light alone starts irritating them. Just your light alone start making them jealous and envious. And God is showing you that. Showing you that. That's just a layer of you. That's just one portion of you. And they can't even get with that. They upset about that. So let's get into it, y'all. The first one. They can't believe how you are taking care and standing on business this time. They can't believe how you are taking care and standing on business this time. Again, y'all, there's layers to you. Maybe in one season you was begging them for the ride. Maybe in one season you kept trying to call them and ask them could they babysit. Maybe in one season you were asking for money. Maybe in one season you did need somebody to help you. Maybe in one season you did not know who you were, so you stayed connected to the relationship, the friendship, whatever it may be. But this season right here, sweetheart, there's a new you. God has put that light on you. God has revealed to you what these people are doing, who they are. And now, sweetheart, it is you that's rising. It is you that's becoming. It is you that's standing on business. You're saying, okay, you don't want to babysit? Cool, I got it. Okay, you don't have the money? Cool, I got it. Okay, you don't want to be my friend no more? I see you sitting back, you talking about me, you betraying me, you hooking up with everybody else, talking about my business? Okay, cool, lesson learned. And now you're taking care of business for yourself. Now you're figuring it out for yourself. Now you're standing on business. You actually pulling your energy back and you're doing what's best for you and yours. This is a whole new version of you that some people didn't even take the time to get to know or see. They thought that you were just so loving, so kind, that you would always show up, that you would always be this meek person. Some of you had to actually speak up. And they didn't realize that you knew. They didn't realize that you were watching the whole time, all this deceit that they were doing. They didn't realize that. That version of you showed up when they pushed you to the edge. That version of you showed up when you got tired of them talking about you, coming against you. That version of you, God said, okay, now is the time. The enemy will continue to try to keep you down, y'all. Make you feel like you going crazy, telling you that you want too much, you asking for too much because they don't want to step up to the plate. They don't want to be held accountable for nothing. There's a new layer of you being revealed, sweetheart, not only to these people, but also to you. And this time you standing on business and you taking care of business. And you taking care of business, even if it hurts, even if you got to get it out the mud, even if you got to start from ground zero. You're not asking for handouts no more. You're starting to realize it's a you and God thing. Let's go to the next one. You don't mind taking the back seat while they make a fool of themselves. You don't mind taking the back seat while they make a fool of themselves. Y'all, we talking about people getting too comfortable. People getting too comfortable in your life, thinking that they got you figured out. They acting a whole fool. Meanwhile, you taking note. Meanwhile, God is showing you who they are. And they think because you're quiet that you don't know. They think because you decide not to interact with the foolishness that you just gonna continue to let them do what they do. You sit back and you watch them with their clown behavior. And y'all, again, when I talk about these people, it's not the actual person, it's the spirit that they're coming in. It's the spirit that they're coming in. They don't even realize how intuitive you are. They don't even realize when you step into the room and they got all this clown behavior going on that you're reading the room, you're reading the people. They don't even have to say nothing to you. You can tell just by the way they move and by the way that they're talking that you don't have time for them. That you can't be connected to them. Your intuition is at an all-time high. That's another layer of you that some people don't even realize. And so they walk around with the deceit, they walk around gaslighting, they walk around pretending, they walk around like they got it all together. Meanwhile, you sitting back and you letting them dig the ditch for themselves. You're letting them create a hole for themselves. You're letting them look like the fool. Because at a time in a season, God will reveal. God will tell you to speak up. God will remove you. To everything, there's a season, y'all. And some of these people, they don't even realize who you are until God removes you out of their lives. That's when they start really seeing. That's when they really start seeing who you are. But by that time, it's too late. They got too comfortable with that old version of you. Didn't even try to take the time to get to know that new version, to get to know you to the core. Some people think they really know you. Some people really believe that they know you. I don't care if it's your husband, wife, sister, friend, brother, cousin, whoever it is, they believe that they know you. But there's so much more to you. And people get so worked up and superficial and get crazy by the little bit that they do know about you. They can't even get to the core of you. Can't even get to the core of you. They got to go through God, sweetheart. Now, this new version of you, if you want to get to know me, you got to go through God. You got to do the inner work. You're not settling anymore for anybody's breadcrumbs. You're not settling anymore for people, showing up with these 20% and you got 80%. These friendships, these relationships, you're not doing it anymore. These jobs that can't appreciate you. Yes, it might be a season where you got to, what looks like lose, but you will win again. Again, y'all, let's go back to the scripture. Your beginnings will seem humble. So prosperous will your future be. When you step out of the darkness, when you step out of the people that's been trying to hold you down, when you move away from these people, y'all, it's going to be hard. It's going to be, because you're relearning. You're learning who you are. It's another layer. God is ripping off all these things that they spoke over your life, that they did to you. And he's healing you. He's mending your heart. And he's building you back up to the version he created you to be. And that's why they don't know who you are in this season. That's why they got their mouths open and their eyes are crossed, because they never thought that it would be you. They never saw you show up this way. They never saw you speak this way. They never saw you really stand on business this way. Maybe you were in and out. Maybe you were back and forth. Maybe you said, you know what, I'm not talking to you no more. But you turned around and you did it again. But this time it's different. And they know it. They know it. They know it. Let's go to the next one. They don't understand how you can be so loving, but your cutoff game is so strong. These individuals right now that's been out here doing the absolute most, pretending, they don't realize, or they didn't realize, just how strong your cutoff game was. Because you've been so kind, because you've been so patient, because you kept showing up, because you kept allowing them to make a fool of themselves. You were seeing and not saying, and they did not realize that once you said you were done, that you could be actually done. They felt like they had you in a chokehold. That's how the enemy thinks. Once he feels like he got you down and out, he continue to let these people show up, put them in your lives. And sometimes they come in different bodies, but they be the same energy, the same spirit. And he'll continue to bring people into your life until you learn. Until you learn the lesson. And right now, sweetheart, somebody has learned. Somebody has said, that's it, that's all. I'm not going to allow you to do that to me no more. I'm not going to allow you to speak to me like that no more. I'm not going to allow you to play in my face no more. I'm not going to settle for anything that you're giving me. If it's not meeting my energy, then I can't rock with it. And now these individuals are sitting back. They thought that you were just going to always show up with that cup of love. Always show up with that kindness. Always show up with your patience and your attention. But now that you have cut them off, they realizing it's a whole new version of you they've never seen. They've never seen this version of you. And some of you, again, God is calling y'all out to show up as this version of you. Because some of us have so long been so quiet and allowing people to walk over us. And God is saying, that's it. Now, for some of you, maybe you started out the gate and you was real strong. You spoke up, and God is saying, wait, but I need you to humble that just a little bit. There's versions of us, y'all. Different people on different paths. Some of y'all may have been real strong. And God is calling you now to pull it back some. Get a balance in that. You don't have to walk around arguing with everybody. You don't have to say what you see right away. Start putting notes down. Start taking notes. Start moving in silence. And when the right time comes, then you speak up. Then you put your bullet points out there and let them know this is what you did to me and this is why I'm leaving. This is how you treated me and this is why I can't stay connected to you no more. Start doing that for those of you that stepped out the gate and was a little bit strong. Those of you that, you felt like you had to speak up, your energy comes out strong because y'all, again, we're at different levels. Different people are walking different paths, but we're all ending up in the same destination. But for those of you that's been meek, that's been quiet, they took your kindness for weakness. Listen, sweetheart, now that you're showing up as that strong version of you, now that you're speaking your truth, now that you cut that cord, now that you pulled your energy back, they shocked. They've never seen you operate like this. Your cutoff game is strong. And some of you right now, your silence is speaking real loud. Your silence is speaking real loud. You decided that you weren't going to go back and forth. You decided that you were done trying to explain. And your silence is speaking loud right now. They hear you, they feel you, they see you, even if they're not saying anything. Let's go to the last one, y'all. They looked at the book, but never took the time to read it. These individuals looked at the book, but never took the time to read it. They prematurely judged you. And I don't care how long they knew you or thought they knew you. They never took the time to really get to know you. They looked at what you drove. They looked at what you wear. They look at the fact that where you live. They think they got you all figured out by the superficial things, looking at the things from the outside. Never taking the time to really get to know you. Never taking the time to really show you love and appreciation. Never taking the time to get to know simple things about your life, about what you're interested in. All they looking at is the things on the outside, and they prematurely judged you. And because you didn't have what they thought you should have, they wrote you off or treated you as if you were less than. Judging the book by its cover. They looked at the book but never took the time to read it. And now, sweetheart, that you're developing, now that you're opening up, now that you've moved away, God is starting to bless you. God is starting to bless you. And y'all listen, these blessings, sometimes they don't always come in tangible things. They don't always come in money. If God blesses your gifts, that's a big thing. If God gives you wisdom, that's a big thing. He's giving you wisdom. He's showing you how to go out and get the wealth, how to go out and get the bag, how to go out, and carry yourself to bring in your lover, the friends that you desire, whatever it may be. God is revealing you now. There's a whole new version of you that's being created. And these people sitting back and they watching. Even if they're not saying anything, they're watching. And for those of you that don't even have a social media, they might be asking family members what you got going on. Asking mutual friends what you got going on. But see, this season right here, God got you in an isolation. So the people that you were once connected to, they can't even ask them people no more. Because you're not even talking to them. You're not even rocking with them. Because they were deceptive too. It's a whole new version of you showing up, sweetheart. And when I tell you this new you, it came with a price and it's coming with a price. So anybody that comes step to you, they got to come correct. Whether it's new or old. Whether it's an old person or a new person, they have to come correct. These individuals that crossed you, these individuals that wrote you off, these individuals that treated you bad. Listen, if they want to be in your life again, they have to put in the effort. They got to show you. Don't start giving up your power. Don't start looking back. Don't start, feeling bad about nothing that you've said or done. Because sometimes we feel like that. When we're so used to being kind and loving and patient with people, when we actually have to put our feet down, put our foot on the enemy's neck, we feel bad about it because we hate showing up like that. But sometimes people push you to that and they don't understand until you get to that. But if I gotta always be in that kind of negative energy for you to see me, for you to love me, for you to appreciate me, then you are not for me. We are not supposed to be connected. I need some healthy people that show up in my life, some people that know how to reciprocate, some people that can see me. Some people that don't mind when I elevate, when I grow, you know what I'm saying? They don't have time to be competing. They're not with the jealous and the envy. Listen, sweetheart, the more you elevate, the more you become, the brighter your light be. Listen, everybody won't be able to appreciate that. Everybody won't be able to go with you. And you will find people on your journey as you elevate that can reciprocate that. But you have to keep rising. You have to keep ascending. You have to keep becoming so that you don't attract these low vibrational people. You're on a journey yourself too. But there's different layers to you. I don't care what age you are. We're going to continue to evolve and grow and become. As long as you're on this walk and on your journey, God is going to continue to elevate you. Continue to reveal to you who you are. The journey never stops. It get a little bit better, it get a little bit easier, but you will always be becoming and evolving. And the people that's connected to you got to get used to that. They have to know that you may be one way one day, and tomorrow you may be another way, because you're growing, you're becoming. And if they're in that energy of stagnant, if they're in that energy of jealousy, if they're in that energy of envy, if they cannot show up the way that you're asking them to, you have to leave them behind, at least for now. They got to catch up with you. They have to. There's another layer of you. There's a different version of you that's becoming, that's evolving. And somebody got way too comfortable with who they thought you were. Way too comfortable. Listen, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all again for just rocking with me. Thank you for your love, your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your super thanks. Thank y'all so much for continuing to do you and be you, being authentic. Even though you're going through the tests, the trials, the heartbreaks, y'all continue to show up as you. Continue to show up as you and allow God to do what he needs to do in you and through you, so that you can attract these things that you desire, these people that you desire. There's a whole new version of you, sweetheart. And whether they say it or not, they're watching. They know you're not playing the games no more. They know you're done. And if they're not ready to step up to the plate and do what they got to do to be in your life, then that's cool. That's cool. I love y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.